If you want to get high quality at a correct price or more fair price, you can't shop at fancy showrooms. That's rule number one.
Download now. The ultimate guide to Istanbul.
The fancier the showroom, the more money they invest in their actual looks. Now remember, you're shopping for items. You want to buy this tracksuit, this Celine tracksuit. You want to buy this tracksuit, and your goal is to get this high quality tracksuit at a price that's very comfortable for you. Like the price that you're like, you know what, I'm good with that. Like, this is awesome quality. I want to wear this, and I like the price. And you have it in your mind and you agree, right? Doing that at a place like this, you have a better chance of getting the correct price and the ability to negotiate in a friendly atmosphere. You're not going to get attitude and stuff like that. Whereas you go to a place where they are selling the show, as it said. It's called selling the show, where they're trying to sell you their fancy decorations. I've made videos before. I said, look, they got a chandelier. You're going to pay more money. So that is true. Like, you're going to pay. When they have large staffs, multi-floor buildings, you're paying for all that. Like, it's in the price. So, and it has nothing to do with like, oh, it doesn't make them bad people. It just makes that their cost of doing business is geared around, all right, we're going to make it as fancy as possible. But to do that, we also have to make the prices higher because we need to get our investment back. Whereas places that go for quality, keep the staff low, staff it with the owners, and they don't go fancy crazy. You know, they don't, like, you know, some regular decor, keep our costs down, and it allows them to also keep the prices down of their items. So the best thing to do is when you go to places where they own everything, you get a better price. You always have to remember when you talk to a salesperson, whether it's a salesman, whether it's an owner, you might not know. If it's the owner, you're lucky. If it's the owner, you're lucky because they're going to be the easiest to negotiate with, and they're going to make sure they treat you the best. When it's a salesperson, you don't really know if they're a commission-based salesperson or if they're a family member. You don't really know how they work, right? So you're going to get a price from them. If they're a commission-based salesperson, the price is going to start very, very high. But you don't know this. You don't know the way the different shops operate. So when you go in and you ask like, hey, I like this, what's the price on this? And they're gonna throw a price at you. And you realize, wow, this is actually extremely high quality. Like, this is better than anything I've seen. And it's got all the proper labeling, the tags and everything. Like, all right, I'll do it at this price. And then you gotta throw that price out there. And then, you know, you can't be too passé about it. Like, would you do, I don't know, this price? Because then they're gonna know they have room to work with on you. So you kind of have to be a little assertive, which I'll do this much, you know? And like I said, you gotta start lower. Me personally, I've brought this up many times. When it comes to high quality, it's usually a given you're always gonna get 20% off. If you're really good at negotiating and you're a nice person and you know how to read the room, you might be able to do 30, right? Off the opening. And also, the more you buy, if you intend to buy, you know, this right here and then this jumper right here, or maybe a tracksuit, now you're building up your leverage. That's what you have to understand, because where do you get your leverage? Because in high quality like this, your options are extremely limited. You do not have the upper hand here. When you go outside in the markets where they only sell pretty much different degrees of low quality, it's very funny. Over the years, it went from being extremely low quality. They started bringing in more and more mid-level outside, then higher mid-level, and they're stripping it all away again. Now it's going lower again because people aren't buying. So in that situation outside, if you like low quality, you want a low quality, low price, outside you have an abundance of competition there for the person you're buying from, and they know it. They know you could walk away. But in something like this right here, you do not have this all around Istanbul. You can't walk 5 minutes and find this. You have to walk maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go to another place that has this level of quality, but they're gonna want more money because the fancier the place is, the higher the rent they're paying, the more employees they have to have. It also adds up to the actual price they're gonna ask you. And if they have commission-based salespeople, then you have to tack that on top, that every time they're talking back and forth with you, they're thinking, damn, this guy's cutting into my actual money.
If you find this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing.